was going to do this before I started the film. Oh well. Good morning. Oh, I forgot earrings. Oh, good morning. I'm Barbara. I have no earrings on today. It's Monday, Labor Day in the United States. Hope you have a wonderful day. Those of you who are celebrating. Oops. I should start over because I wasn't ready. I was supposed to be fixing my hair. Oh well. I hope you're well. We have another gorgeous day here in southeastern Pennsylvania. Our grass is really, really growing. But I can't do anything about it, and I'm not sure it's even on Dennis's lists, although he knows he needs to do it. But besides the allowance thing, which solves the money problem, we don't have honey-do lists for each other. So he knows it needs to be done. I'm not saying a word. Because I don't want to do it either. And I can't do it because of my knee, but I get it completely. So. Oh, hey, Pearl, are you here? Did you come down with me? Yes, where's your sister? Where's your sister? She's downstairs. There's the Pearly girl. Yeah. She's still got a pulled muscle or something. We're going to be taking her to the vet next week to have another look at that. If it's still just a pulled muscle, because she's having some troubles, but she's better in the morning. By the end of the day, she's an old lady, limpy. Poor Dennis has nothing. Three limpy ladies with him. Although May's knee seems to be much better. She still favors it a tad, but she hasn't had a bad day in quite a while. So that's good. So I think her knee is maybe on the mend. Maybe mine is too. We shall see. Can't think of anything to say. I had a nice crafting night with Kristi last night. Kristi's my daughter. She's the host of the Kristi's Corner podcast, which I haven't mentioned lately, but I'm still enjoying immensely. She does embroidery, so she was doing her embroidery last night. I finished my sweater. It is upstairs blocking while drying. So I picked up Ella's Boxy and I split for the sleeves on the Boxy and knit for an inch about, and then I did something on one of the edges that I couldn't fix, so I had to tear it back and start over. So I have I have the Boxy split and I'm working on it for a little while, but then while I was sitting there I said, you know what, she's stitching, of course, so I said, let me go open up my kit, because I got my math kit, which I showed you. And so I had a just kind of a mass of yarns, and now they were set in these loops, but very lightly set in the loops, not securely. So I secured them into their loops, and so these are all the different colors that are, and then there are the main colors. These were just kind of in big hanks. So I got those a little bit organized. I may change the organization of those because there are lots of colors. There are beads in it, and I finally figured out where the beads are. And here's them. Here's the chart. Looks crazy, right? Well, the thing is that I figured out finally, after really looking at it, here's the picture of what it's going to look like. This comes out is 18 inches by 15 inches. This is not a huge cross stitch. And all the places where it's white are not stitches. This is not full coverage. So anyway, after taking it apart and getting it organized a little bit, because all those white spaces are white, are not stitched, I was feeling way less overwhelmed by the whole thought of this. So I started it. That's my dog. She's scratching her ear, and she's laying right next to the house. So that's her banging into the vinyl siding while she scratches her ear. That's what that is. Anyway, so this is not nearly as intimidating as it was before I opened the package. So I'm glad I opened the package. I also rummaged around in my cross-stitch stuff, which is one of the things on my list, is organize my cross-stitch stuff, because it's not well organized, and it could be without, you know, that could be a task for a day. So I went in and made it even worse organized, because I was looking for some needle threaders and got a plastic envelope, which is what I use for my project bags, for my cross stitch. There's Maisie. Hey Maisie, come here. Say hello. There's Maisie Daisy. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. This little girl keeps getting in the burrs. I don't know where those burrs are, but I know where they end up, don't I? Yeah, I know where they end up. Yeah, on you. You're the little burr girl. So I went, before I came down, I grabbed an envelope and needle threader, so I can make this a proper project, a proper project bag. But while I was up there, I also grabbed the giraffe, and I thought, if I'm feeling like doing cross stitch, let me grab my giraffe. And then, after she and I stopped Zooming together, ooh, I want to talk about Zoom. I went out to see what the story was with my dragons of Sumatra, or Samoa, or... and it's on its way. But the more I looked at the listing, the more dopey I felt, because I'm like, oh, I want this buy, you know. If I would have read the listing, I would have realized I could have gotten it on PDF and have it immediately and not have to pay postage for it. It's taken over 2 weeks. But I expect it to come. It's in Maryland, according to the tracking. Come on, girls, you're making an earthquake. According to the tracking, it's in Maryland, so I should get it next week. And now that I've started the map and maybe work on the giraffe, but I was seriously tempted to buy it on PDF, but it's $18. And I'm like, really, you're gonna... I was between $18, maybe it's worth it, then I'll have it. Well, the thing is, you know, I like to mark off what I've finished and all that stuff. So I'm gonna be, I was thinking I might get a little video of the wrestling, but as soon as I move the water can out of the way, now they're interested in the water can. Right, girls? Now the water can is the thing. Goofballs. So anyway, since I like to mark off where I've, you know, what I've done and everything, I'm probably going to have to Xerox the pages of this dragon. I mean, the reality is I'm never going to do it twice. I'm just not. So if I mark up the hard copy that I get, it's no big deal. And in fact, I have Friction highlighter so that I can erase it. All I would have to do is iron it and the colors would all go away. So maybe I won't worry about it. Well, but I decided, you know, because I'm impetuous, I decided that I'm going to wait for my hard copy to come before I decide what I'm going to do. Because it also occurred to me that I might, if I've decided I really would rather have the electronic version, then I might just give away the hard copy version as a giveaway prize. If people are interested in the dragons that I got that beautiful red floss for. But I feel like I should know, all right, you can't have that. I was just trying to see you better. So anyway, I am excited to start that also, but I am not going to buy the electronic version until my hard copy comes, and it should come this week, as I'm guessing, depending on how it's coming and, you know, if it ends up in St. Louis first. But it's in Maryland, and I'm in southeast Pennsylvania, so it should be here relatively soon. Oh, I didn't show you what I did last night, so I picked it up and I started, you know, I organized the floss and then I started. So this is the size of Ada they sent me. I mean, and there's a 2-inch border all the way around. So this is not going to be a giant map. I think it's going to be fun. I was really kind of intimidated by it when it was still in the bag and all those colors and everything. But I'm kind of excited about it now, I'll tell you the truth. But I did bring the giraffes down. Because when I cleaned up for the maids, I took everything upstairs. I took all, because I wasn't cross-stitching, and I just had everything around. It was just all around, and so I took it upstairs. But I brought the giraffe back. And I have to finish the giraffe. Joanna was lovely and sent me the floss colors that I didn't have. I need to finish that, and, you know, Sammy, Christmas, but it's already September. I'm not feeling, I mean, I could obviously finish them by September. And I already split for the sleeves on one of the Boxies, so who knows, I could get, you know, and whatever. I don't know. But obviously I have an urge to do other things besides the giraffe, which is why I've bought 2 different things since then. So, Dennis I was talking about Zoom. The free version of Zoom, vis-a-vis trying to set up some knit dates for Zoom knit nights. And free Zoom limits you to a 40-minute meeting. And a 40-minute meeting isn't going to do it for a knit time, because it's just not enough time. By the time people got on and, you know, organized or whatever, it'd be done. So it seems like a lot of work setting something up for very little, you know, little time together and not very much time to get to know each other. Or for me to get to know you. You know me. So he looked up the professional version. The professional version, the lowest level professional version, which is what would be perfectly fine for us. It's like $150 a year. So we're thinking about getting that. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it some more. And you know, with COVID and everything, we could be doing a lot of Zooming, and Be nice to set up Zoom meetings with family. Kristi does it now because she has professional Zoom because of her work. So anyway, we're thinking about it. So I haven't forgotten the whole idea of Zoom meetings, because I think that would be fun. My hair isn't very spiky today. This is what it looks like when it's kind of down. I think it looks okay. I've been inordinately happy with my hair. I'm so glad. It's been a long time since I've been really happy with my hair. I can't believe I forgot earrings today. I have them all laid out and everything. I was kind of in a rush to get out the door because I wanted to get out the door before Pearl got out the door, because she would come downstairs with me and then she would go upstairs with Dennis, and so it would be an extra flight of steps for her, and I'm trying to keep her steps down. So I made her stay up there till Dennis got his tea, because he gives treats at tea time in the bedroom, so she needed to be upstairs for that, so I just made her stay. Anyway, so I forgot my earrings. I'm sorry. I'm wearing my Boxy today. The Boxy may be a little warm. I don't have a cami under it, so I got air coming up from the bottom. But it's pretty nice out here. I hear the birds, and there's some mowing very far off in the distance, not too close. So it's nice and quiet. Well, it's not quiet. Crickets. Maybe some cicadas. Maybe those are the cicadas. Sounds like crickets more to me. But anyway. Okay. I obviously have nothing to talk about today, but that doesn't stop me. So I will say goodbye. I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day. I'm so excited about my sweater, so I might be doing a podcast in the next couple days. So that'd be fun. Well, tomorrow is Stoltzfus Day, when Dennis and his mom are supposed to go to Stoltzfus's, and I'm supposed to hang out with my father-in-law. So that's on the agenda for tomorrow. But other than that, I know Dennis has a bunch of cooking to do because he wants to cook for his mom. And the plan would be to take it tomorrow. So he won't be working in the yard. He said something about working in the yard, but he won't be because he's got cooking to do. We watched a highfalutin low carb challenge. It's a cooking show on YouTube. Guy just does recipes, and he, picks a topic and he does a couple recipes from different recipe sites on YouTube. And so he did lemon bars yesterday, which he liked a lot, but he did 2 different ones, and so we did one of them and made them. They didn't turn out like my lemon bars in the least, but I think I could make my lemon bars and just turn them keto. They were okay, but his mom will love them, and so we will give them to his mom. And that's the cooking we did. And I put it on my list, even though Dennis is the one who actually cooked it, so I will actually get to take something off my list, and it will be the first thing I take off my list. I just keep putting things on the list. I just don't do any of them. Well, I'll make a bunch of phone calls tomorrow, and that'll cross things right off. Making appointments for things. So that's what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is phone calls and Garland. We're in Garland. And then nothing else during the week except maybe some cross-stitching. I could also do some math on my dragons and figure out how big a piece of fabric it takes, because it gives you the number of stitches. So a little division will tell me how big the picture is. And that would be nice to know, because I don't know if I have any fabric that's the right size. Probably not. Okay, now I'm really going. Take good care of yourselves. I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.